Did we want to agree any questions in advance?
Nothing. I don't need, because, listen, I'm all about the moment, Nigel. You should know that. I'm serious. I don't want to prepare my answers. I want to be in the moment. I want to fly by the light. Do you know, thought travels at the speed of light? Did you know that? Yours fucking doesn't, but other people does. Yours travels about as fast as a bloody lorry going down to Kent. Anyway.
All right, on that note, let's start the interview.
Okay, right, I'm ready.
So, as I said earlier in the show, actually no, scrap that.
Bloody hell. You've been doing this for 2 years now, and you're still shit.
Shush.
You've got to get it right. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
Don't tell me let's go. I was going. You were stopping before you'd even started, Nigel. Oh, right, I'm ready.
It's my pleasure to be here today with the wonderful, the famous Dani Wamando. Dani.
How did you pronounce my name?
Oh, we're not going there again, are we?
Well, get it right. It's Wamandu, right? It's Wamandu. Just start again. One more time. Wamandu, for fuck's sake.
It's my pleasure to be here today with the wonderful Dani Wamando.
Nigel, what a pleasure to see you, and wonderful to see you in such normal, professional, high standard as usual.
Yeah, I do my best, as you know, Dani.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you all ready for Christmas this year, Dani?
Listen, mate, like many other people, my whole plans was absolutely destroyed, decimated, crushed and fucking turned into dust because of decisions made by certain people with ridiculous hairdos sitting in places of power that pay absolutely no attention to people like me who are paid to advise them. So, yeah, I'm a bit screwed, to be perfectly honest with you. I was going to go to my Swiss hideaway, but obviously I can't go there now. So I'm stuck in my little cabin in Bognor Regis, but I quite like Bognor, so that's okay.
Oh, you're in a cabin in Bognor. Lovely.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely. We've got a number of properties, but I don't want to go on about it because so many people at the moment, you see, are suffering, aren't they? Because they haven't got nothing. They've got less than nothing. They've got less than they had because of all this coronavirus crap.
It's terrible.
It's absolutely terrible. I mean, look at the state of you. You've obviously gone down in the world, haven't you?
It's affecting me mentally, I reckon.
I can see little dried flecks of spittle around your beard. It's sad. Don't worry, I've seen that on, who's the leader of, what's the name of that woman that runs Germany?
Merkel.
Angela Merkel. She's got the same thing in her beard. It's absolutely disgusting. But it's a sign of stress. It's a sign of terrible international stress, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay, hit me with some insightful questions, Nige.
Right, yes. Okay, so first of all, I was asking you what you were doing on Christmas Day. Would you have had the family round? Will you be having the family round? Is it the big Dani Wamando festive celebrations?
No, I always sit on my own and contemplate at Christmas because I find that by Christmas Day, right, my cup has runneth over, it's runneth under and it's runneth dry. I give of myself 24/7 every day. So Christmas for me is just me with, say, my drink of choice, a pint of Stella, sitting in my jacuzzi, watching some porn, the Queen's Speech, watching the Queen's speech and just decompressing, because the next day, if they allow me, I'll be getting my private jet and flying back out to meet the new president-elect, Joseph Biden Senior Jr., who is one of my latest clients.
I mean, we always talk politics, but was Trump one of your clients?
He was one of my clients, of course he was, absolutely. But and again, you see, this is the problem because he's an amazing, well, he's a good payer. He was very prompt, me above everybody else. But the transition of power, that was a right old cock up, weren't it? So normally, as soon as somebody's out, right, I hop onto the next person's bandwagon. So for a while, I was sitting with Donald trying to get hold of Joe Biden going, look, I am going to be available as soon as you're in office. But he's not sleepy, by the way. I think Donald was very wrong about that. He's amazingly spry. Spry. Yeah, they call him spry, crisp and dry out there in the States because he's a chip off the old block, eh?
So he seems a bit fragile, stumping his foot or whatever he did. And
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't pat him on the back too rigorously when he gets something right, because he might snap. But he's a good bloke, and frankly, it was his turn, weren't it? I mean, Gordon Bennett and Donald, Christ on a bike. I can say it now. He was a twat. Go on, what else? Come on, next question.
Well, I was going to say, you're a bit like Switzerland then. You're neutral. You don't.
I am completely apolitical. I have no ideas on politics. I simply sit with the people in power, I listen and I help them unlock their thoughts. Occasionally I might say, don't be so bloody stupid, but that's very rare. And actually, if I were to go to that place, then their bill goes way up, because then I step from being merely an intellectual coach into being a political advisor. And actually, we all know, don't we, that part of the difficulty for Boris has been that complete Burke, the king of Castle Howard, who he's finally expunged from his bloody circle of influence, because he just got on my nerves, that bloke. He was a twat.
So, did you say you were on the scientific panel, or you were advising Boris in the background, or?
No, I was brought on immediately as Boris was made Prime Minister. And of course, that Burke, what's his name? The Burke from Castle Howard, who ran off and didn't get done for it. Come on, quickly, what's his name? Well, he just got in my way. He stopped that beautiful link in the communication chain between me and Boris. And frankly, he's poisoned Boris's mind, because even though Boris will sit with me and go, oh, yes, Danny, oh, Danny, that's very good, and agree, he would then get straight on the phone, right? I'm telling you, I'm telling all of you people that he does not listen to good reason. He does not allow his mind to be open. He will run to that bloke, the King of Castle Howard, and say, oh, what do you think I should do? And they go, oh, I shan't, oh, when the book comes in, man. And then it all goes wrong, which is why we found out about bloody well tier 5, or whatever it is, tier 97, bloody well 45 minutes before bloody well Christmas. Even Father Christmas can't bloody well move without having to show his injection certificate. It's a disaster.
Yeah. It's annoying me now for not knowing the guy's name, because he was also kind of responsible for Brexit, wasn't he?
He was completely and utterly, totally responsible for Brexit. He was a knob, and that's what's got us into... Look, again, you're getting me onto politics and you're being a naughty boy. But let's face it, right, the queues outside the back end of Kent at the moment of all those lorry drivers, I mean, I don't know what to say. It could presage what's going to come, and that is Dominic Cummings. I said come, and then I reminded me of his name, because he's a twat. He's a dickhead. He is. You don't have to broadcast this, but I'm going to say it. Dominic Cummings is a knob, and he deserves everything he got. But I want to just say, can I offer a message of hope for people?
Please do.
I would say to all, all 7 of your listeners, right? I would say to each and every
I think
single
I'm in
one,
double figures now.
don't lose hope, because there is a brighter day, yes? The sun always comes up in the morning, and it's darkest before the dawn. And my number is 07973 998 998, and you can call me and you can get budget rates at any time if you need spiritual uplifting or your thoughts unlocking. Boom! So there it is. That's my Christmas present to the world.
It's great. It's like a hotline, a Dani hotline.
It is like a hotline, mate. I'm telling you, it's sizzling like a rasher of bacon all the time. So if you can even get hold of me, you'll be bloody lucky. But yeah, do think about that. And I want people to be happy at Christmas, all your listeners. And I was only mucking about. You've got an ocean of people out there who love you. People love you, Nigel. People, they adore you.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that in a very small, but I mean tiny but significant way, I love you as well.
Oh, thank you, Dani.
That's okay.
Of course, we all love Dani Woomando.
Well, I mean, I would go as far as to say that goes without saying, but I won't say that because it goes without saying. Oh, dear. It's a mad world, isn't it, though, Nige? Can I call you Nige?
No.
Oh, shit. Just like last time. He's a difficult customer.
I don't know why. I've never got on with Nige.
Frankly, mate, neither have I, nor have a number of people. But like I said before, I love you.
Do people call Farage Nige? Nigel used to be a lovely Christian name that only a few of us have got. I mean, no one's calling their children Nigel anymore.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but the disappearance, right, of the name Nigel has got nothing to do with Nigel Farage. It's because it's a stupid bloody name, which is why I'm trying to pull you towards being called Nigel, Nadgers, or Niggles or something. You know what I mean? Just to, like, break the chain. I'm all about breaking chains, but create new patterns.
It's a lovely name.
Well,
it means dark.
Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it? Because I think you're quite dark. No, you see, and that sinister little cackle sickens me. I said I loved you. Actually, I hate the dark side of you, Nige. And I will call you Nige. And I won't be told I'm not going to call you Nige. Nige!
It's always a pleasure to have you on and, just hear how things are going and get some wisdom.
Mate, listen, buckets of wisdom coming at you. I'll point, and if you sit quietly after our meeting, I'll continue to fire out wisdom to you. We'll do an ethereal transference of wisdom. Don't pull funny faces like that. This is serious. It's not a bloody game. If you're not open to it, you're pissing
saying,
around.
I'll-
Look at you, what you're doing. That's silly. No, right, Nigel. If you've learnt anything, you must know that that is not just my name, that Mandy. You've got to put it above your head like that, right? And that acts as an aerial to receive all the power from the universe, not like a W, you idiot. And also, you've got to make sure that you're receiving aperture. That's very good. You got it, man. Look, boom. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Yeah, you've got to make sure that your receiving aperture is as wide as it can be so that you've got the power of the earth coming up through your receiving aperture and the wisdom of the universe, right, coming up through your Wamandu aerial like that. And thusly, I will pass on to you some more wisdom to help you into 2021.
Thanks very much, Danny. Really appreciate you joining me today, and I'm sure the listeners do too.
It's been my absolute pleasure. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a happy, warm, healthy New Year. Goodbye. Boom!
I am Danny Wamandu.